Can you believe it's another Tuesday morning? I want to welcome you all to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ, and I'm your moderator, your host, and I want to let you know that I'm here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time to do one of the most important things on this planet, and that is to introduce to you an awesome opportunity, an awesome chance to really change and transform your lives in the form of what we call shopfree mart, where we share the love. That's what we're here for every Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the wonderful opportunity of shopfree mart, where we believe that we have a calling, we have a mandate, we have a responsibility to let the world know about what's going on in our health, in our wealth, and also having the wisdom to take care of both of those areas of our lives, not just for ourselves, not just for our families, but for everyone around the world. So again, I want to thank you all for being a part of the show. Those of you that tune in every week to support us, we want to thank you. Please continue to do that. We need your encouragement. We need your support. We need to know that the word is getting out there, because we believe that if we can just touch one, who touch one, it will spread and the word will get out about what we're doing, because we are truly changing lives. Thank you for being faithful. I want to thank all my friends and family members that have decided to be a part of the show, and some of them are watching it later on in the evening after it's being posted on YouTube, and they get to see the program at that time. So some of us are not seeing this or hearing this live, and that's okay, because the information is the same. The responsibility is the same. The excitement of what we do is the same. And every time I hear that music, our intro music, it gets me pumped up and excited, and I kind of move around and get going, because that's what I want you to feel. I want you to feel the energy. I want you to feel the excitement, because I'm very excited about what I do. I'm very, very excited about what we have to offer, and I'm hoping and believing someone, maybe just one person today, will get wind of what I'm saying, and it will transform their lives. It will give them that desire to learn more, to be more, to want more, and they will utilize and want to use shopfree mart as that vehicle to accomplish those dreams and goals. So again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. This is Tuesday. I think the date is November 19th, I think. I'm kind of losing track of the dates. This whole year is just like a blur, just going by so fast. I want to take time now also, ladies and gentlemen, to thank all of you that tuned in last week. We had a very, very solemn but very powerful show where we give a tribute to a very special person. We did a tribute to the life and legacy of one of the closest friends I've ever had, my business partner, a very inspiring individual who touched the lives of so many people. And we had a chance to work together for many years, and the world lost a great one when she passed away 2 weeks ago, and we did a tribute to her life, Miss Lorette Levy. And I was just thinking as I was starting the show this morning, I'm looking at the book that I was blessed actually to be a part of with her in putting this book together, because we both had the same heart. And that was that we were in the industry of the network marketing for many years. We were in the field of direct sales for many years. We were responsible for taking businesses overseas to the Bahamas and other Caribbean islands and all over this country. We had some successes and we had some challenges, but we persevered. And one of the things that we noticed in this arena was that there were a lot of companies that did not really have a lot of successful minorities. In other words, we will go to convention and we'll go to a seminar, we'll go to a company outing, and we see very few of us out there being awarded and being recognized for their successes. And we knew there was so much talent in this arena in our neighborhoods. And so we wanted to bring the reality that network marketing could be something that a lot of us, especially as African Americans or Caribbean Americans or what other kind of Americans you want to say, other minorities, Hispanics, blacks, those that are maybe not considered to be considered network marketing, and give them an opportunity to see that they can be successful in it, and also let everyone else know that there is a lot of talent in the communities of the African American community and the Hispanic community, and that should be a viable option for recruitment, a viable option of going in there and presenting, going there with genuineness, with the desire to help, and that they would find that there were individuals that would meet the mark. There were individuals that would grow. There were individuals that would be successful, that had a lot of talent and ability. And so the book was designed, that we put together, to really acknowledge and bring to the forefront that the network marketing industry as a level playing field is an avenue that minorities should consider, and also that those of us that are successful can go back into those communities and really find some great talent. And so that's what the book was all about. So I say that to say, as we gave that tribute to her last week, I came to the realization that her legacy is going to live on forever in the words and the print and the pages of this book that no one can ever take away. And I want to share this with you before I get into what our show is going to be about today. Okay, my life was changed about 20 years ago when one of my mentors, Dr. Miles Monroe, made a statement. I was sitting in his church off of Mackey Street. This was 25 years ago, and I was listening to this brother teach. I never really thought of him as a preacher, but he was an unbelievable teacher. And he made a statement that literally changed my life forever. And this is what he said. He said that the greatest place on earth is not in the gold mines of Africa or the diamond mines of the Middle East, the oil fields of the Middle East. He said, is not in all the gold that you can find around the world. He said, the richest place on earth is in the cemetery. Now, I'm paraphrasing his statement because it was expressed in a way more powerful way than what I just did. But I want you to get the gist of what he said and why it changed my life. He said, all those riches that we see and we have in this world, oil, gold, rubies, pearls, all these things, don't compare to what is found, what he considers the richest place in the world, and that is in the cemetery. I want you to think about that statement for a while. He said that the reason he said it was because that is where you go and you find businesses that were never started, books that were never written, songs that were never sung. It blew my mind. It was like there are people walking around right now on this earth with so much inside of them, so much talent and abilities that God placed in them, and they just do not bring it to fruition, and then they expire before they're able to bring that to the world. Inventions that we would never know about. And so when he said that, my mind, it was like I just had something just change. And I said, from that point on, whatever I do, I am going to put an effort to try and make a difference and express and give back to the world what God's given to me. And that was kind of the genesis of writing that book. And after we kind of collaborated on it, it was like, yeah, we need to do this. And we just happened to be in the arena of the network marketing and health and nutrition, because that was a passion of hers. And that's what we pursued, and that's what we were so successful at. So, ladies and gentlemen, I shared that story with you to let you know that if there's something inside of you that's burning, if there's something inside of you that you know that God has placed in you to do, do not hesitate. Do not hold back. Do not let it be kept inside of you, because the world needs to hear it, to see it, to experience it, and you're really being selfish by keeping it to yourself. So I hope that blessed somebody today, and maybe someone is listening to this show, whether live or a recording of it, and there's something God's telling you to do, and you've been holding back, you've been procrastinating, you've been ignoring it. I hope that this will prick your heart, that it will get you out of that seat and excite you and give you that desire to pursue that thing with vigor, with intentionality, and go ahead and just bless the world with your gifts. So I hope that someone heard what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. And so, again, I want to thank you all for tuning in last week and being a part of our tribute to my great friend and business partner, Miss Lorette Levy. I also want to give a shout-out to her family, her husband, Rowan, and her children, Linnea and Sierra. I know it's a big loss for them, and we're going to get a chance to memorialize her this upcoming weekend, which I know is going to be unbelievable. But we know she's in a better place, and that she got a chance to put her mark on this world, and she did it in a very powerful way. So today what I want to do, we've had so many wonderful interviews over the several weeks and months over the last really year. We've had some great special guests come on and express some wonderful information to our guests, to all of our listeners, to our audience, and we thank God for them. But today is going to be a little different. Today is going to be strictly about Shop-Free Mart, because that is what we're here for. Every week, we're here to talk about Shop-Free Mart in one way or another, even in our interviews, where we interviewed the CEO, the CFO, the CTO, the trainer, the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Tom Green. We interviewed the Chief Training Officer, Dr. Stan Harris, Dr. Breakthrough. We interviewed some of the leaders of the company, Coach Payton, Coach Kim, and Coach Sharon, and Darnell, and Joy Nutrition, Dick Nutrition, Eileen Atkinson. I mean, we've had some wonderful, wonderful interviews, all coming from their perspective of what Shop-Free Mart is. I even had the awesome opportunity to interview my daughter, and she was able to tell what's going on in her life, and then we related that to Shop-Free Mart, and that she, as a young 12-year-old at the time, expressed some things that she thought helped her to be successful. She's a very successful student, a very successful athlete. Sorry to say right now she's going through a difficult time right now. She's going through a little valley right now because she broke her foot, and she's a very awesome soccer player, awesome soccer star. So she's going through a little bit right now. But the principles she expressed to us on our radio show of what made her successful, the dedication, the hard work, the commitment, the stick-to-it, the support, all those things are characteristics of what builds Shop-Free Mart, and so it was related in that way as well. So we try to let you see something different, experience something different, hear from different people, different ages, different ethnic backgrounds, different groups, different experiences in their business, from all those things, but we always tie it to and relate it to what we're doing at Shop-Free Mart. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. I've been involved in this industry for over 25 years. Again, I've had some great successes where I traveled all over, got a chance to teach and train and review and support and help so many people. And I've had my share of disappointments, but they don't come close to the successes that I've had. And so I know that what this industry is all about. I've seen companies come. I've seen companies go. I've seen company that was flourishing and then just dissipate. I see companies that were small and just blossomed and grew. But what I can tell you about Shop-Free Mart is that this company is a company that is developing, that is growing, and it is forming, and is preparing, and it is positioning itself to do some great and awesome things. And the reason I say that, and I'm going to tell you my personal story with Shop-Free Mart, because again, today, ladies and gentlemen, is all about Shop-Free Mart. You're listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. We're here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time on GMAP1.com. And we encourage you to continue to listen and support us. We encourage you to go back and watch the replay and send it to your friends and family. Put it on Facebook, on your social media. so people can know who we are. Because the more people know about who we are, the more people will know about who you are and will help to build your business. But my personal story is that I was devastated after going through a couple of companies that just disappointed me, where I ran into some leadership that did not have integrity, that were dishonest, and quite frankly, there was no one I wanted to continue working with. Their products were okay. They had a great plan, but the individuals I was working with just were not the type of people I wanted to be in partnership with. And we find that a lot in other companies. I was exposed to other opportunities in other companies, and some of them, because of my relationship with those that exposed me to it, it was like, okay, let's go with this and let's run with it. But sooner or later, something happened, and that thing just fizzled out. And I saw that happen over and over again. I got calls, I got invitations, I got exposure to certain things by friends, some strangers, about this great opportunity, and people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can do the same. And then you jump in there with both feet, and all of a sudden, within a few months or less than a year, that's gone. I saw that happening over and over and over again. But here's what happened with shopfree Mart. I got to the point where I decided that I was not going to be involved with the industry at all. I had it. Most of you that have been around this industry, you always heard the term being part of the NFL club, where you have no friends or family left behind because you've exposed to so many things that just did not pan out. Well, I experienced that. I mean, again, I've had successes and I've had some failures. But I had made the conscious decision after dealing with these individuals that I was just going to back off. But I always knew in my heart that dealing with this arena, with this industry, that there really isn't no other options actually out there that can compare or come close to what this industry allows us to have. What do I mean by that? If you wanted to be a doctor, you had to, first of all, have the smarts and the intelligence to do it. You had to have the financial ability to go to school and be able to get your undergraduate degree, your postgraduate degree, your doctorate degree, and it's going to probably take you anywhere for 8, 9, 10 years after you finish high school or longer to be specialized in becoming a surgeon or a doctor or whatever it is that you wanted to do. It also took a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of know-how, and patience and everything else. You had to have the skill to do it. If you wanted to be an engineer, the same thing. If you wanted to be an attorney, the same thing. If you wanted to be an engineer, anything that was requiring you extensive education and time and money, that's a great thing. We need doctors, engineers, and we need attorneys, and we need accountants and all those kind of things. But the reality is not everyone is cut out to do those things. With this industry, everyone is eligible. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how dumb you are, how tall you are, what side of the tracks you were born, what ethnic background, what culture you come from. It doesn't matter what religion you're in. It doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man or not sure. It doesn't matter. Everyone has the ability to be a part of this industry. Here's the thing. What I found in my experience was that some companies were great companies, but only a certain few was ever successful. That 5% was always successful, and the other 95% was always struggling. And I saw this happening, and that was one of the things that I had to go through. That was one of the negatives that I had to deal with. So here comes shopfree Mart. I'm sitting at a hotel one morning, and I going online after scheduling a meeting where several individuals told me they were going to be there. And I have no shame in saying this because I love this story. It's part of my testimony. And literally, ladies and gentlemen, no one showed up. No one showed up. And so I was there online just kind of biding my time and hoping that someone will come through the door so I can get a chance to talk to them about this new company, this new venture. And I got an email from an individual from out of Canada that talked about a company where you didn't have to pay to get in, which was kind of strange to me. You didn't have to be on auto ship, which was strange to me. And it was designed to bring integrity and honesty back to this industry. Well, with those words, my antennas just went off. I was just excited because this was the heart of who I was or who I am. And so it got my attention right away. So I immediately clicked on it, got some information, and before the end of the day, I became a member of Shopfree Mart. Now, I'm kind of revealing a lot of things to you today on this show. I'm going to let you know that, and I'm probably going to take about 2 weeks to really give you the full story of what happened here and why I truly believe Shopfree Mart is the absolute best opportunity on this planet today for everybody. I say it that way for a reason, because there are companies out there that can do some great and tremendous things for individuals. I have guys who are trying to expose me to cryptocurrency. Well, you know what? Cryptocurrency sounds like it's going to be a great thing. It may be a great opportunity for people to make some awesome money, but I don't understand it. I don't even really want to take the time to learn it. And most people that get involved with it don't, and there's such high risk that there are going to be some people that are going to be successful, but there are going to be a lot of people that are going to get hurt, are going to be burned. And so, to me, I'm going to probably pass on that. But I say that to say there are companies, even in the health nutrition world, that have been doing some tremendous things. But again, when we look at the ratio, 5% are successful, 95% of them are not. And those that are not, the 95%, in every case, bar none, there's someone that's going to get hurt financially, mess with them emotionally, mess with their relationships and all those kinds of things. And that is what I wanted to get away from. So when I heard about Shopfree Mart, when I saw what this had to offer, it got me excited, okay? So there's a big difference right there. So you are going to hear a little bit about my story and about Shopfree Mart and why I can say emphatically that this is the best opportunity. I'm going to share with you about the products and the results that people are getting, the lives that are changing because of people using these products, the lives that are changing because of the exposure to Shopfree Mart, the lives that are changing because people are finally finding something that they can be excited about, that they can share with their friends and family and understand that they're not going to get hurt. I'm going to share with you over this next the next time on this show, maybe next week, about how you also can be a part of this. Let you know about the resources that we have, the leadership and the talent that's a part of this, how we're brewing and getting ready to burst into momentum going into 2020 and the things that are going to happen. And we want you to be exposed to it so that you can decide to be a part of it. I'm going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you're listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ, and I'm here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, and we want you to know that you are not listening to this program by chance. You were divinely guided to hear this show, whether you're listening live or whether you are listening it on the replay online. You were designed and set apart to hear what we're talking about today about Shopfree Mart and what we have to offer to the world. I want to share with you my story, and I want to share with you a lot about Shopfree Mart today, and we're going to continue next week, so I want you to tune in. Again, we're going to take just a break right now and do a quick commercial, and then we'll be right back to go into why I feel this company is the most awesome opportunity and the best vehicle for you to achieve all of your goals in life. We'll be back on the other side of this commercial. Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ. I'm your moderator. I'm your host. I want to thank GMAP for being a part of what we do. I want to thank our producer and owner of GMAP1, Pastor Kevin Strada, who is here every week faithfully to give us an opportunity to share to all of his listeners, all of his contacts, all of his followers, this awesome opportunity of Shopfree Mart, where we believe we are going to share the love of what this opportunity has to the world. We believe we're going to make a difference in this world because we have something that's unique, something that's different, something that's very powerful, and that's what we're talking about today. So today, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about Shopfree Mart. It's all about exposing to the world what we have in our hands. I always believe if you have something great, if you have something powerful, it's irresponsible for you to hold on to that and hide it and put it under a basket or keep it in the closet or locked up somewhere. You need to let other people know about it. And that is what we do at Shopfree Mart. That's why our slogan is share the love. And that's what we want to do today. So as I was telling you before the break, this company is unique and it's exciting. It is in an arena that it's available to any and everyone, no matter who you are, what part of the world you are. We are an international company. We're not just here local in the United States. In fact, our owner operates out of the Philippines. And we have Mr. John Austin, as far away as he is, he's as close as just a phone call away, which is a blessing in itself. How many of you have been involved with a company where you had the ability to actually make a phone call and talk to the owner, the CEO, the founder of a company? We're going to talk more about Mr. John Austin and why I think that's one of the key elements and what makes Shopfree Mart special. One of the key elements and what makes Shopfree Mart different from anything else of this. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But one of the things that really got my attention, ladies and gentlemen, was that I finally came across a company that no one could ever get hurt. No one could ever feel like they were pushed aside, ostracized. No one could ever feel like they were given bad information or forced to do something that they didn't want to do, or they were spending money unexpectedly that they didn't have, using funds that they had to use to pay their bills and take their personal responsibilities, having to make sure that they maintain this quota or maintain this level with all that pressure and salesmanship. It was all there, and this company just came and just snatched all of that away and allowed a person to be a part of a company, a home, a conglomerate of individuals with the same heart who are saying, hey, look here, everybody works at different stages, different pace, different abilities, different skills. Everybody don't want to be making $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. Some people just want to be content with paying their bills and living a simple lifestyle without having to make calls and go to meetings and travel all that stuff. And then there are individuals that don't mind just making a few extra dollars to pay their phone bill or their car note or to make sure their utilities are taken care of. And then there are individuals who have the desire to do a little bit more, pay for their mortgage, pay for their children to go to school, and make sure that they have the stress-free life because their bills are being paid every single month. And then there are individuals who say, you know what, the sky is the limit for me. I see myself walking on the sandy beaches of the world, traveling all overseas, over to Europe, to South America, to the Caribbean, going on cruises, just taking not just me but my family, spending quality time with them. That's going to take a lot of work, a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment. But all of those different levels are available to you with Shopfree Mart. It doesn't matter what you have as your goals. We are here and we can do it. We can support you in doing that. We have some people that just want to be a part of Shopfree Mart because of the products. They were in agony, in pain. They were hurting, not just for a week or a month or a year, but for years. Doctors have given them diagnoses that were very bleak. People were hurting physically, and it caused them to have other areas of their lives being affected. and they start taking these products and start seeing results, start seeing changes in their physical being, start seeing changes in their life, and they are just as happy as they could be. They didn't have to make one dime, 1 cent. They didn't have to pay $1 to become a part of the company, become a member of the company. But they are happy as a lark because of the products that they're using and the results that they're getting. And that's it for them. That's all they want to do. That's the complete opposite end of the spectrum of the individual who wants to make $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and live a lifestyle of the rich and famous. But again, what I love about shopfree mart, it allows everyone to be where they're at. I used to hear this term all the time, come in where you fit in. And then wherever you fit in, shopfree mart has an opportunity for you to excel and be happy and excited about that area. That's what made me happy. But to tell you a little bit more about my story, when I saw that this was a company now that I just found out about that was offering the opportunity to bring honesty and integrity and transparency back to the network marketing, to the direct sales industry, to free enterprise, because we all know there's a lot of shenanigans out there. There are a lot of false things out there. And I understand why people get shy away from what we do all the time, because a lot of people are jaded. I was one of those individuals. But I also knew that there was nothing else that I could share with others that was as simple and available as what we have here. And so I got back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm so passionate about what we do and in sharing shopfree mart to you every single Tuesday. But the reality is that this was a company now that was doing something completely different. Now let me tell you some more of my story. I jumped in, got excited, started sharing what we did and what we had available, using the products, getting results, sharing it with others. They were getting results. And then all of a sudden, because of things I'm going to even expand on a little bit later on in this presentation of what shopfree mart is all about today and next week, the enemy came in. And I'm kind of let the cat out of the bag right now, what I'm going to talk about later. See, I didn't know at the time, this was 4 years ago, that John Austin was a minister. He has so many other credentials I'm going to talk to you about. But it made so much sense later on than it did at the time it was happening. But whenever you find a man of God doing something great that changes the life of others in a very positive way, the enemy always got to step in and see how they can throw a wrench into the program, how they can raise havoc, how they can raise mayhem within their company to try to discredit it, to try to destroy it and get it out so that we won't be able to help all the people that are being helped right now with this company. So let me tell you what happened. I think this is probably the first time I'm sharing this in such detail on the airways, online, so I'm hoping that you're listening to me very carefully. There were attacks that this company experienced that I won't be able to go into all the details, but I can tell you that any other company, any other business, any other opportunity experienced the kind of attacks that this company experienced, and those few months after I got involved would have gone under. They would have been completely dismantled. They would have the name would have been just a blur in our minds 2 years, 3 years, 4 years later. But that's not what happened. There were attacks on this company that tried to obliterate what John Austin had established. And it came from nowhere. He was blindsided. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, because I listened to every single noonday call that this CEO, this man of God, this founder of shopfree mart did every single day. And I'm sure he was going through some things. I'm sure he was going through some agony and some pain and maybe even some fear. But you would have never known it just listening to him every day when he came to talk about shopfree mart. And I'm telling you all this story for a reason, okay? Again, today, ladies and gentlemen, listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. My name is CJ, moderator. I'm telling you this story for a reason because I want you to understand the power of what happened and why shopfree mart is the absolute best opportunity on this planet today. This company was attacked from the left to right, from underneath, but yet that man stood and he never buckled. He never wavered. Because you see, you're going to find it again later on, there was a vision that this man had that he knew wasn't of himself. It was something that was way more powerful and potent than he could ever be. He knew it was divinely guided. He knew there was divine providence. He knew it was spiritually spawned. And so he held his ground. So even with the massive attacks that came after him, every day he came online and he had conference calls that was not just an hour and a half, answering questions, being so transparent and open. Even when he didn't have the answer with something, he wouldn't make it up. He would let those individuals know, I don't have the answer, but I'll get it for you. I'll find it. I don't know. But he pushed forward. He forged forward, building this business that he knew the world had to have. And I'm telling you, 99.9% of companies that experienced what he did would not have made it. But every day he came on there with confidence, with assurance, with authority, and he leaned in. And there was one scripture that he spoke every day almost, and I will never forget it, Romans 8:38, either 30 or 28. And he said that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. See, he knew what his purpose was. He knew shopfree mart had to live, and even though it was being attacked by the enemy, he had to stand strong, and he was going to make it work. He was going to stand in the gap. He was going to take all the weight and the persecution on his shoulders, and he was going to bring us through. And I'm telling you, the experiences that he had from the past prepared him for this. Now, what do I mean by that? See, if you know a little bit about John Austin, you're going to know about him because we're going to talk. Maybe we have the whole show just talking about him, and then I'm going to bring him back on again for you to really hear his voice in person because he has been on the show before, but I'll get him back. But if you know this man, you will know that he has a work ethic that is unbelievable. He had built several huge network marketing teams with other companies, and 3 times, let me say that again for you, 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times he had his organization completely snatched from under him. His income, which was in 6 figures sometimes and probably at least 5 figures monthly, if not more, completely taken away from him by different companies. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And each time he did not stay down in the valley. He didn't stay down on the ground on his back. He got up, dusted himself off, and moved forward and rebuilt. So I'm saying this to you to understand the mentality of not only the leadership that we have, but also what makes shopfree mart so great. The fact that John Austin did not give up, was not taken out by the enemy, makes me understand that I'm a part of something bigger than me, bigger than John Austin, bigger than every member of shopfree mart. This company is here for a reason. And I told you earlier, over the years, I was exposed to, introduced to, invited to come and be a part of this, a part of that, a part of some of them were great companies, some was okay companies, some of them were just duds. But in each and every case, they fizzled out, they disappeared, they went away. Yes, I lost money. I got hurt. I wasn't mad at the individuals that introduced me to them because I understand business. I understand that when you invest in something, you're doing it in your own accord. You're doing it in your own. It's your decision to do it. So there are going to be losses and there are going to be profits in businesses. So I understood that. But if I was one of those individuals that created an anger or, was upset about what happened, I could have been very distasteful and, put it back on those individuals that introduced me to them, because a lot of people do that. When you introduce them to something and they're not successful, they blame you. You know what I'm talking about. So the reality is that what I saw happen was that this company, after being shot at, trying to be pulled down, maintained, sustained, and stood its ground And I know it wasn't just now because of John Austin. I love that man because of his tenacity, his work ethic, and his commitment, his heart, and everything else. But this is go way beyond that. And for me, as a man of God, I know that I'm a part of something that's being driven by the Spirit of God. Okay, some of you may not be religious, may not have the spirit that I have. That's okay. But that doesn't change the reality of what I'm saying to you, okay? Because, again, in the natural world, in the spiritual world, in the whatever world you want to call it to, if this company was any other company without the staunch determination that was expressed and given to John Austin and the mindset that he had to never give in, this company would not be here. And so that excites me. That makes me know that I'm part of something bigger than myself, something that's going to be successful because it's been ordained already. The Bible tells us that God knows the ending even before he starts to be before the beginning. So he already knows this company is going to be successful. And I'm seeing every step along the way clues of success. How do you know that success leaves clues? Well, if I go through the chronology of what happened since I became a shopfree mart, I can tell you clue after show you examples of clue after clue after clue to let you know that no matter what happened, this company is on the right track to do some great things. How long it's going to take, I don't know. It may take 5 more years before we get to be a household name, 5 more years before we become one of the superpowers of the network marketing industry. But what I can tell you is that we will be there. We will get there. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to be a part of it? Will you be there when this company hit that momentum and just kind of just go into the stratosphere of helping people with their health, their wellness, their finances, their relationships, their personal growth? Because that is what we're all about, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what I'm saying to you. Shopfree Mart is not just an ordinary company. It's not just a company that's here by chance. If you listen to the vision of John Austin, you'll know he was given this vision of this company drawing in not hundreds of people, not thousands of people, but millions of people being flocked to us because of what we're doing, because we're a company of integrity, because we're a company that offer products that work, because we're a company that give the support and the resources that you need to be successful. But here, one of the clues I want to share with you. You see, John Austin has some great leaders in his company right now. He has individuals that are spreading the word of this opportunity daily that he doesn't even know about. He's probably, 10, 11, 12 hours away from us here in the United States, and he is in bed when individuals are on the phone doing training calls, doing product calls, doing one-on-ones with individuals, sharing the Shopfree Mart at the malls, sharing them at church functions, sharing Shopfree Mart at their workout facility, at their health club, sharing Shopfree Mart at flea markets, sharing Shopfree Mart, doing three-way calls. He's not even here. He had no clue who individuals were like Dr. Breakthrough. He may have known about him, but probably never worked with him. People like Dick Matrician down in Florida. He knew about John, but John didn't know that he was going to kick in and be a great and phenomenal leader that he is. He had no idea that Coach Pate and Coach Kim were going to team up together and provide leadership and training and encouragement to help people build a Shopfree Mart business. He had no idea. He had no idea that every Tuesday morning there would be someone that he had never met in this world be promoting a company that he was given a vision of years ago, every Tuesday talking about Shopfree Mart, a company that God gave him. He had no idea. He had no idea that there would be a Lady Flom in Arkansas and Georgia area, of Atlanta area, just every night pouring out her heart and her expertise, who is great at explaining these products to individuals and helping people on a one-on-one basis literally change their lives for the better. He had no idea that he would hook up with an individual like Dr. Wheaton, a man who brings so much credibility and integrity and love for Shopfree Mart, and who pours his heart out every single day, and especially on Fridays when he comes on and share verbally and with such passion about what Shaw Fremont has to offer and about all these products. Here's a man that's 86 years old who has a desire to be a centurion and who's inspired me now to have that same goal, because we know that's possible now with using these products. But here's a man who dedicated his life, the rest of his life, has an awesome testimony to sharing Shop Free Mart to the world, and also was a contributor by providing us with an unbelievable tool called the 200diseases.com. So if you're hearing this for the first time, I want to encourage you to go and look up Shop Free Mart, become a free member. Also, go to 200diseases.com, and maybe you are suffering from some ailment. Maybe you are going through some physical challenges. Maybe you were being recently diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension. Maybe you're being diagnosed with cancer. I don't know. And I'm not making any promises. Our disclaimer will always tell you we're not here to say that we can heal or cure anything. We always let you know where John Austin provided for us with products that give the body what it needs to do what the body was designed to do, and that is to correct, to restore, to replenish, to get the body back into homeostasis. That is what our products do. We can talk more about the products over the next week or so, okay? So we can please tune in. Every week we're here. Again, you're listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, ladies and gentlemen. My name is CJ, and I'm just sharing with you today Shop Free Mart. I'm giving you some of the other side of the story because you may have heard about all the things we do, free membership, no auto ship, you can make money, you can have the support, the training, all the kind. But I want you to hear why I'm saying to you, Shop Free Mart is the best opportunity on this earth. Okay, and so you need to understand that. So we have products that actually work, but we have individuals, leadership that are sharing these products all over the country that John Austin did not know 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. And that's why I'm telling you, individuals are still coming and being flocked to this company with such great talent, with such great ability. But here's what really excites me, and I want to make sure you understand this. I truly believe that some of the greatest network marketers, some of the greatest sales individuals, and I hate to use that word sales, but individuals who have the ability to basically to encourage and to influence others, they haven't even heard of Shop Free Mart yet. So when you talk about millions of people coming to this company, the best has not even come to Shop Free Mart. And we have some great leaders. I'm telling you, we have some great leaders, great trainers, great individuals of a heart to share this opportunity with others. But the best is still yet to come. So the kind of products that this company has, John Austin knew he was going to be in the health and wellness industry because he is a nutritionist, he's a researcher, and all those kind of things. And again, we're going to hear more about John Austin in a later episode. But he had no idea that some of the products that we have right now were going to even be a part of his arsenal. So we're going to talk about those products. Products like the hydration drops, products like the Activate and the Immunize, products like the Ciaga. Just put my order in for Ciaga last night because I'm getting ready to go on a trip to Africa in 2 weeks, and I want to have my immune system at its best. So I'm taking my products and making sure that I'm prepared for what I'm going to be exposed to, because I don't want nothing to hold me back from doing what God has called me to do when I go on this trip. But products like Ciaga, products like our Enviro products that are totally safe and non-carcinogens that you can literally get into your system without worrying about being poisoned or toxic. All of these things John made available to us, and the biggest thing is that they get results. And so I'm excited to talk to you about the products. We're going to have people come on. I'm going to make sure we have people lined up to come and tell you some testimonies about the products and how they work and what kind of results they've had and how those products have changed people's lives. By saying these things to you as a precursor to what we're going to talk about and introducing you and letting it be all about Shop Free Mart, to let you understand that this company is here not because of John Austin, not because of the leadership, not because of me or anyone else. It's because God has ordained for this company to be here for such a time as this. We know that this world is in turmoil. This world is full of people that are sick and are hurting, people who are dying, people who are in disarray, feeling like there's no hope. And I really do believe that this is that shining star, that beacon that shines to let people know that there is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is something that can be different from what you're experiencing right now. It's just a matter of making the decision in our minds to be a part of it. And so I really take this seriously. I really take this as a personal responsibility. My heart, my soul, my spirit is involved with what I do. And I say all this to say, even with all the other companies that I was exposed to that probably not even around, or maybe even they're still around, but they're not doing what they said that they were going to do, this company has stood solid. It has not changed. I take that back. It's changed, but it's gotten better. It has not it has not gone in the opposite direction. It has not had anything taken away. It only has been advancing and growing and building and providing better opportunities for people like never before. And this is just the scratching the surface. I know I was listening to one of the calls that Coach Kim and Coach Pate had the other night. I think it was on the Coach's Corner, and they talked about the fact that we are gearing up for 2020. 2020 is going to be a landmark year, a banner year for Shopfree Mart, and we're so excited about that. There's so many things in store for what's getting ready to happen, and so we're excited about what Shopfree Mart has to offer. I'm going to take just a couple minutes more break. I know we're coming up on top of the on top of the hour, and I want to close out with a couple of things, but we're going to take just a quick break and then come back to close us up. But today, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, and today it's all about Shopfree Mart. It's all about Shopfree Mart, and I want you to know that. And we're going to continue with this next week. We're going to talk a little bit more about the founder. We're going to talk a little bit more about the products. We may have a show where we talk just about the compensation plan, because there are a lot of people who say, hey, look here, man, products are great. I understand you have some great leadership, the integrity and everything, all those things sounds good, but I need to make some money. Show me how I can do that. So we're going to do all that. So over the next several weeks, going into the end of this year, you are going to be acclimated, educated, exposed to, understand the power of Shopfree Mart. So I'm going to take a quick break. I want you to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Listen to the rest of this program, because we want to end it with power. So we'll see you back on the other side of this commercial. welcome back, ladies. I apologize for I had put my phone on mute and I forgot to unmute it, so please forgive me. See, I'm going to be very transparent in saying that to you. Let me tell you why. Because you need to understand, some of you are very intelligent. Some of you may feel that maybe you don't feel like you are smart enough to be part of this business or smart to do this. But what happened just now will prove to you that you don't have to be smart to be a host on a radio show or TV broadcast. I told you right there, you don't have to be smart to be a part of shopfree. All you got to do is get involved and have a passion for it. And so I do apologize for the lack. I was talking away, too, saying some good stuff. And then I got a call from my producer who was on the ball. And hey, CJ, where are you? Okay, so please forgive me. But I was just saying to you, we have a chance to really talk about shopfree and bring to the world. And I want you to understand that shopfree is not here by chance. We're going to talk a little bit more about the details. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about John Austin next week and let you know stories about this man that's just going to blow your mind and some of the battles that he had in building and developing and putting together what we do. Probably one of the hardest working men that I know. And I'm going to talk about the products that he put together and why they are so potent, why they are so full of life, giving us life and getting life-changing results for people, where people's lives are being transformed and changed forever. We're going to talk about the support system that is in place that allows you to just jump on board and really not have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go and make a PowerPoint or make a flyer or build all those things are provided for you. I'm going to talk to you about the individual leaders and trainers and supporters and presenters that this company has available to you. But the one thing I want you to take away from today's show is that, again, this company is here. This company is here to stay. This company is going to be around for years and years to come, not because of me, because of the trainers, because of the leaders, not because of John Austin. It's going to be around because God said so. He said this company will be here for such a time as this. And he's given me, as I'm going to share with you over the next couple of weeks, clue after clue after clue, examples after examples, reasons after reasons of why Shopfree Mart is here to stay. So I hope that you heard something that touched your heart today. I hope you heard something that encouraged you, if you are already part of Shopfree Mart, that will make you feel excited because you know that you made the right decision. You know that you have a bright future. You know that you are prepared and being prepared to do some great things. And so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being a part of our show today. I had a wonderful time just opening my heart to you. I'm going to continue to do that next week. So please bring your friends, bring your family, and tune into next week to GMAP 1 at Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise at 9 a.m. Central Time, because that's what we do every Tuesday is we give to the world where we share the love of Shopfree Mart. I want to thank you again, all my listeners, all my supporters, for all that you are and all that you do. Thank you, Pastor Kevin Strada, for doing such a wonderful job of being the sponsor and the producer and everything else that we need in the studio there to make this a live broadcast where people's lives can be changed. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. God bless you. I will see you again next week at Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Have a great day.